Some markets are moving, stocks are not. Come on in, Michelle McKinnon, Scott Martin, Ashley Webster, all four of us together on the screen discussing the market and why no bounce back. Michelle, you're first. Will we get a bounce back at some point?
Yes, we will. We just have to be patient. We're in day 2, Stuart.
Oh, when's it coming?
Could be tomorrow. Could be today.
Well, is it going to be a full recovery?
I do think so, because a few things, right? We had better than expected earnings. So, yes, the earnings haven't been fantastic, but they're better than expected.
Yeah.
We had good GDP numbers, and really what was important about GDP is the consumer continues to be extremely strong, and that's what's going to push this economy forward as well as the market.
You know, it was buried, but we got very good numbers on actual real incomes.
Yes.
Much higher than we thought.
Yes.
That was buried. It was in the
Consumer
Wall Street
confidence
Journal,
rebounded too.
Absolutely,
right.
to new highs.
Yep.
Well, look at this. Now we're up 36 for the Dow and 30 points for the Nasdaq Composite. That's 1/3 of 1%. Okay, a modest bounce back. Leave it at that.
We moved the market, Stuart.
No, I don't think we did. That's a difficult burden to bear if you move the market. Facebook getting ready to release a streaming device, okay? A tangible thing. It's a Roku-like device. You plug it into your TV. Scott, is that a game changer, you think? Because it's certainly something brand new.
It's an attempt, again, at world dominance, I guess, Stuart, that Facebook's trying to put on. I mean, so let me get this straight. So they've got currency, so they're going to control what's in your wallet. And now the streaming devices, so you're going to start doing everything that, like, Disney and some of the Netflix guys are doing, and like you said, Roku as well, which are stocks we like. I tell you, it's interesting because of the fact that Facebook is really trying to maybe get behind or get past, let's say, this whole privacy issue. They had that record fine recently. So to me, it's a good idea if it works well. I'm a little bit suspective on the currency, but the streaming device seems a little bit easier to do.
Well, there's a modest, I mean, a tiny fractional gain for Facebook stock, but it's at 194 as we speak. I want to move on to Netflix. Reportedly, they're tracking the physical activity of some users. Now, Michelle, they can tell your location and where you're moving to. Now, I don't think that there's a single Netflix subscriber who will cut the Netflix out of their system because of the location.
No, I don't think that. But I think there's something very different in actually tracking my, movement versus tracking my, location that I think Google does. Because I'm like, all right, Google's trying to help me, that's fine. Tracking my movement, I don't know. In general, I think talking about the Facebook story about how they're going to be streaming, I think that's a bad sign for Netflix as well.
Really?
Because who knows? Facebook could eventually get into the content business, and Netflix is in trouble.
Netflix is coming back a little bit. Streaming stocks, all of them strong this morning. Look at that screen. Roku, AT&T, Spotify, Netflix, Comcast, all of them on the upside. We're calling them streaming stocks.
Right, and Disney comes out in November, too. So
It's like its own sector.
It is. It's become its own sector, Scott. You're quite right, because streaming really is taking over, and that's a fact. All right, check the big board. We're up, 30 points? That's all we've got. 31 points, 26,894. Big tech stocks, you got to watch them. They're still attracting a great deal of money, and all of them are up. Apple's at 215 this morning. Amazon still shy of 1,900. Microsoft, big drop yesterday, back to 138 this morning. Dunkin', better profit, but revenue fell. So how do they work that one out on the market? Down 2% for the stock. Higher profit at Yum Brands. Now, that's the parent of KFC and Taco Bell. The stock is going up. Michelle, why are you shaking your head?
I think it's hilarious. You know, Taco Bell continues to do really well here. Same with Chipotle. It's amazing.
And you can get it delivered, guys. How great is that?
Yeah,
I mean, you get Taco Bell, tacos, burritos, cinnamon twist delivered.
Late night,
That's amazing.
I mean,
What
else could you ask for?
You've all got it wrong. You're wrong. What's happening here is a sharp improvement in the spending power of ordinary Americans, as revealed in those numbers in the Wall Street Journal yesterday. Real income up over 4%.
Right, and then hopefully we'll continue to see those numbers on Friday.
And they want Taco Bell with that money.
They're going to places like, the Yum Brand restaurants. They're doing that kind of thing. Look at this. Strong demand for snacks boosted Kellogg's profit and sale. I don't think that's got anything to do with disposable income. No. It's got to do with diet. Kellogg up $5. That's 8.9%. Look at General Motors, up 2%. Strong pickup truck sales helped them generate higher profit. $41 a share for GM. Verizon is a Dow stock. It's added wireless customers. Its profits were down, but if you add wireless customers, the stock goes up, and it's up $1.25%. Look at Qualcomm. Not a rosy forecast. You do that, the stock goes down 4.5%. Look at IBM. Reportedly, they've laid off more than 100,000 workers in the past few years. They're trying to appear cool and trendy, like Amazon and Google, so they're hiring younger people. IBM's getting hit with several age discrimination lawsuits. You got any more on that?
Yeah, and this has been going on for a while, and this information came out in a deposition where one former human resources vice president said, look, IBM is trying to get rid of this kind of image of being fuddy-duddy.
Right.
You know, your grandfather's company. And so they're trying to be cool, but that's part of the accusation against them in this age discrimination, is that they're doing rounds and rounds of cuts for older employees and trying to make it more like it seems to be a Google kind of place to work, or an Amazon, or one of these, you know, for the millennials. So they're trying to refresh their image, basically. But this is coming out in a lawsuit, so you have to bear in mind where the information is coming from.
Ah, yes.
You know, disgruntled ex-employees.
Could be. Well, I just love Fox, because I'm still around.
You're not a fuddy-duddy.
For a teenager. OK, let's get serious. The July jobs report tomorrow morning. Let's go round the block. What are you expecting, Scott Martin?
I think it's going to be a blowout number, and I hope for the sake of the economy, I do, Stuart, but also for the sake of the Federal Reserve, because, to use a hot term, I don't think they know what flavor Kool-Aid they're drinking right now, because if you actually listened to the statement yesterday and saw the move, it wasn't really very congruent. You know, Jerome Powell said a lot of different things in that statement that I think obviously upset the market. And so I hope for their sake and the fact that they aren't going to be maybe as accommodative as we thought they would be, Stuart, we're going to get, say, about 225K jobs added for the month of July.
OK, if we get that, as you say, if it's a blowout number, and that would be 225, that would be a blowout number, does the market go up or down? Quickly, Scott.
I think the market goes down because the market seems to want Fed intervention more than it does a strong economy.
I think you're absolutely right. What do you say, Michelle?
I think that's a short-term decision that, yes, maybe the market would go down. But I think if the economy continues to go strong, markets are going higher.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with a very strong economy.
It is.
On the
it
basis
really
that
is.
the Fed might not cut more rates.
Correct.
But like the Fed doesn't necessarily need to cut because of the strong economy. And I think if you saw a 50 basis point cut, that would be more nerve-wracking because the Fed is saying something that we don't see.
Why are rates dropping so fast, though, guys? That's the question, right? Like, data's gotten better in the last few months and all year, really, we could argue. And rates have gone down.
I'll tell you why.
Exactly.
I'll tell you why. Europe and Japan have negative interest rates.
So people are coming here.
You've got to respond to that. You have to. Otherwise, the dollar goes through the roof, trade is disrupted, and our economy
crushes
gets
the trade
hurt.
balance.
Look at that. Money's pouring in. You got 2% even on the 10-year Treasury. The Fed will lower rates. That is my opinion. I've got an Amazon story of the day. Here it is. Amazon wants to be your personal stylist. Well, great. Right. I'm up for that. Lauren Simonetti, what are they doing?
Netflix for your closet.
Yeah.
How do you like that? Okay, so Amazon has, what, over 100 million Prime members, and now if you give them $5 more a month, they'll send you a box with 8 items, keep what you want, send back what you don't.
Really?
$5 a month. It's called Personal Shopper by Prime Wardrobe. It competes with Stitch Fix. That's that other personal shopper. They send you the items. That actually costs a little bit more, $20 a month. Of course, you don't pay the Prime fee.
I think it's a great idea.
It's a spectacular idea.
Who's the brand? What kind of brands are going to be on there?
An assortment of brands, but this is the weakness in Amazon. They have not cracked, as much as they've tried, the fashion market.
Yeah,
and it would be
point.
huge for them.
And this is now they're trying.
Walmart is right on their heels. Walmart has this text-based personal concierge service where they deliver in bags, not boxes, which I think is phenomenal because you get that box. What do you do with it? You got to break it down, whatever.
And
Walmart, Jet Black, and it goes a step further. It basically says, "Hey, Jet Black, I need a gift for my daughter's 5-year-old friend's birthday party," and it will send you that gift
that's good.
wrapped. So
that's
that
good.
is taking concierge and personal shopping to a whole new level. So Amazon has competition.
Yes, but $5 extra per month for Prime members gets you once a month a box of 8 fashion items.
Correct.
Buy what you like, send back what you like.
Yes.
And do you have a personal stylist that you're going to be individually working with, or just it's anyone?
Do you do? You have
You
a
fill
personal
out
stylist?
a survey so they know what you like.
That's great.
I tell you,
that's
that
pretty good.
Amazon.
They also give you a lot of recommendations, and then you can tailor it to those 8 items.
We'll see how good their tailoring is because certain companies aren't that good.
Okay,
so I'll be the
before we
test.
say goodbye, I just want to note this, please. The yield on the 10-year Treasury has now dropped to 1.99%. I'm not suggesting we move the market, but I think the market's responding to the kind of things we are saying. 1.99. How about that? And heading south, too.
It's on sale.
On sale. Well said. Scott and Michelle, thank you very much indeed for joining us. We always appreciate it.